Tuesday. My name is Tara. Welcome to the Daily Now. Happy to be here.
This is taking time to get all these uploaded. I think that's what's going on.
I'm going to be working on my right hand. I have to replace 2 tips, but I have to do some cuticle work. They were growing out. So we're going to do that first. But today's mani is going to be pretty easy because we're going to do a mani for one color Wednesday tomorrow. So I'm just going to use a thermal that I got. A Christmas thermal called Snowflake Kisses.
Chloe's mom, yes, I think these calls are damaged to Wendy. I mean, it's not as much the fact that it's new evidence, it's just reinforcing.
So I'm just shaping these tips really quick. There was some dip powder at the free edges. I just wanted to get that off. All right, I'm going to go in with my e-file and the smallest ball bit I own. I thought I hold on.
These calls are helping, I think, increase also public calls for more arrests and prosecutions. So definitely, I think this is definitely helping.
Just trying to find the live here. There it is. Okay. Come on.
Mandy Strong saying, who do you think Charlie will call first after Donna is arrested? Well, Donna's
I'm clicking on it. It's not letting me. There we go.
She was there a number of days in the Miami-Dade County Jail before she was transported up to Leon County Jail.
Pull up the chat real quick. There we go. Okay.
So it's been over a month now. Doesn't seem like it's been that long. But yeah.
I'm gonna put my e-file at 4,000 RPMs.
I have an announcement. I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. Done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all sticky icky. I'm going smokeless. Solo Stove Fix 5. They take out the smoke. Clever.
Okay. Get all this out. Come on. Piece of skin hanging here. I'm trying to get it off. There we go. Skip that ad. All right.
Julie Nelson is like asking, do you know if Wendy looked at Charlie during the testimony?
Good morning, whoever's here.
You know, I don't think I ever saw that where she looked at him and smiled. So if I got that wrong, somebody else can clarify.
I had to replace 2 tips before we do the mani today. They were growing out.
It looked to me like she wanted nothing to do with
And I cracked one.
Tony Bernales is asking, do you think Donna is going to go with Charlie's defense that Charlie told him about getting extorted? You know, since he's got Rajbaum there, that probably is. Rajbaum's going to probably have him repeat the same thing. And so, yeah, that's probably my guess. But like that
Okay.
That kind of defense theory is just going to be another.
I might need my cuticle nippers to get over here. In the spot.
Judy D said Charlie's just realizing that Wendy played him. Yeah, I think he's known that beforehand. I think he's just sort of trying to maybe fire up the prosecution and go after her.
Let's dust these off.
Like cynical contempt for her.
So this is how I do my nail prep before jelly tips. And actually, these are starting to grow out. Huh. Usually I trim them, but I think I might let them grow. The nails, at least for a little bit. But I am going to trim this cuticle up here.
Okay, the question here by
Skin.
Cox, who had the kids at the time? They were in the daycare, so they were in a daycare that Hannah dropped them off about 9 o'clock. And after he dropped them off, he called Wendy. Wendy did not answer her phone and went to voicemail. But I thought she would have told him, hey, I just dropped off the kids, but Wendy
All
never said
right.
that in her testimony at this last trial. That's what I assumed. I was giving her the benefit.
Okay,
of the
that
doubt.
looks good.
In any event, they're at the daycare and they got picked up, late after.
So let's
So
put
that
some dehydrator
friends that
on these nails. If you don't have dehydrator in a bottle, you can just use isopropyl alcohol. Just give your nails a swipe of that.
Wendy's, I believe it was. So Holly Hawk is
And then the next thing will be to put some primer on. Don't mind my bottle. Primer's sticky, so my bottle got all dirty.
Well, I think if there's not a worn out,
I'm also going to put some of this primer in the 2 jelly tips I'm going to use. So I use full coverage jelly tips. These ones are from Luxie Nail. These are my favorite ones. I have wide nail beds and her zeros fit my thumbs, so I really like them. Excuse me. But my middle finger is like a size 1, you guys. And my index and ring are a size 2.
Angela
Okay.
Riddick is asking, do you find it's a suspect to release the jail call, etc.? The defense wanted him released.
So we'll put some primer in them. These are not etched, so that's why I'm putting primer in them. But there are tips that come pre-etched, so you won't have to do anything like this. And if you don't have primer, you can use a drill bit, and just go in the base of the tip and rough it up a little bit. It's just, it will help it to stick better to your nail, that's all. So I'm gonna let those sit for a moment. I like to use solid nail glue gel. This one is from Imely and it's HEMA free and a lot of other words I don't know how to say free. I have a gel allergy, but this doesn't bother me at all. And it's super easy to work with. It's easy to clean up any excess gel. I love everything about it. And then I'm going to use a little spatula.
Well, Charlie is his client. They're both clients. And I assume that was passed on. They wanted him to know, is my guess. I don't know if they actually say goodbye or anything like that. I've not heard anybody talking about that.
I don't see any chat.
If anybody else knows the answer to that, please.
Nope, nobody's saying anything. Okay. Just hitting my vape while we're waiting on this primer to set.
Here's a question from
All right, so what I like to do, I don't even put any gel base or anything down on my nails. You could if you wanted to. I'm getting low on it, actually.
So I think with very limited calls, maybe only a couple of calls in my head, I'm not thinking about it, but she's made one call to Harvey briefly. We'll see if she's been up there before.
So I'm just going to use the spatula and put it in there.
By her attorney, that's rolling over from Charlie to her, which is Rosh Bomb. So
there we go.
And
I'm just going to flatten it.
Hold it, Harvey. I don't think he was talking to anybody else.
There we go. And the nice thing about this too is you can do all of your tips at once. You don't have to cure them one by one, like with other types of things to adhere your nails, or at least do like a short cure, to get it set on your nail. These you can just put them on all at once. I don't know why it's sticking to my spatula. It usually doesn't. It's just yesterday and today it was. All right.
How powerful is Cox Internet?
So I like to start right about there, and then I'll begin pushing down and sliding up the nails till I get to the top. And sometimes I'll have gel that seeps out the sides, and I do on this one, so I'll just use a spatula to scrape it up, put it back in the jar. Same thing with underneath the nail.
Marquise Morris is
Okay, and that one's ready. Super fast and easy. I'm gonna do the same thing for the middle finger.
The more folks you arrest, the more it dials up pressure for somebody to figure out how they're gonna sort this out. And Harvey, if you can't even take it, just listening what's going on in prison, if he's arrested for first degree murder,
All right.
held without confinement, just like Donna, and so
Scrape out the gel again.
he's not gonna be able to hold up with that. So maybe that would incentivize Charlie to throw a lifeline and say, look.
And then there's a little bit on this side too. Oops.
I'll flip on 90 kind of thing. So I don't know that they'd be willing to do that. That's really a
all right, there we go.
Judgment call for the state attorney's office. So Wayflower saying Donna realizing she's being used.
Okay, so now that I have those on, make sure. Yeah, they look good up at the cuticles. They're flush. If there is any extra gel, I'm just gonna make sure it's off my sidewalls. Okay, it's good. Little bit right there. I'll scrape that out. All right, so I'm just gonna pop these in my lamp to cure for 60 seconds. This gel does tend to get hot in the lamp, but just pull your hand out, and once it cools off, put it back in. It won't get hot for a second time. At least that's never happened to me that it's gotten hot twice like that. So I have my lamp set for 60 seconds. Oh yeah, okay, that's getting hot. So we just take it out for a moment. Okay. Once these come out, I'm just going to sand them. I'm going to use a sanding band to rough them up a little bit. This is how I do my prep for jelly tips. After I rough them up, I do cover them with gel base and top coat. And the reason for that is that I use peel base so I can pop off my dip powder like anytime I want instead of having to soak or file the dip off. And peel base likes to have a shiny surface, so I found that it does not work well on just the jelly tip. My nails don't pop off easily, but if I rough them up and then put gel on them and then put my peel base on, it pops off easily. Okay. So I'm just going to swap out drill bits, and I'm putting in a sanding band. I think this is a 240 grit. It's not a new one, but I'm just doing 2 nails, so it should be fine. Have to switch the direction though, so it's coming down away from me. Okay. Just get up here. There we go.
Okay, here, the law is saying unless it's changed, SSI goes to the state if you're in the board of the state, you won't consider use to work for DHS. Okay, so yeah, that would probably be a mechanism that prevents you from collecting. So that's
okay, let's get this up here. I try to go careful here around my cuticle area. I don't want any cuts. Alrighty, there we go.
Here's a comment from Ramona again saying, I suspect you didn't think ordering it was as evil bad as ordering it, just my opinion.
Alright, let's brush them off. I'm going to shape them really quick. Now, the nice thing about jelly tips is that they come pre-shaped. But I just want to make sure there is a little gel over here that cured, so we want to get that off, of course, right? And then just to get these so they're the same shape as the other nails, little tiny bit pointier than they are. All right. Same thing with the middle nail. That was a really easy one to do. Okay.
jurisdiction they have over minors.
There we go.
Same thing like with Wendy's divorce.
Okay, so I'm going to use a HEMA-free 2-in-1 gel top coat. So this has base and top coat in one. I love this stuff. It eliminates a step and it does not irritate me. This is from Cosmic Nails. I'm telling you guys, this is the best 2-in-1 gel top coat out there. Check it out at cosmicnails.com, Kozmik. And if you do want to place an order, you can save 10% by using code TARA, TARA, 10. She's also on Etsy. Okay. All my other nails are actually, I had a hard time getting the gel off of, the dip off of this nail, so I'm just going to put another gel top coat over it just to make sure it's nice and shiny. And the other ones are good. So in the lamp again, they go for another minute.
This effort to keep everything out of her mind, try to avoid conversations about this.
I can close it with my left hand. Yay! So I have a new thermal from Revel called Snowflake Kisses. It goes from red to white and it's got some gold flakes in it. But guys, ever since I top coated it, it hasn't gone back fully to red. So I'm scared that this is going to happen on my nails. I'll show you though what it looks like when it's warm. It is pretty. I am going to use it. It's Christmas dip. I might add some gold or white nail stickers, Christmas stickers or something to it. We'll see. But tomorrow is One Color Wednesday, which is a weekly collab on Instagram where you just showcase one color, a one color mani. Really easy, it's nice to have a simple mani to look forward to every week. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to put on one layer of peel base. This is Luxie Nails Dip Enabler Peel Base. And if you're familiar with peel bases, you're probably familiar with UNT brand, which is like, $16 a bottle now or something? Well, this is $8 a bottle, and it's just as good. So I definitely recommend this. This is my current favorite peel base. And you can save 15% on it and everything else at Luxie Nail with code TARA15. There's a commercial singing a Christmas song. See if I can skip that. I was listening to something on the Adelsons. This attorney, Carl Steinbeck, I'm listening to him talk.
And so that's total brainwashing effect there. Those poor boys, it's just
alrighty.
Already 50% of the adults throughout the floor already incarcerated.
So it takes like maybe 5, 6, 7 minutes for this to dry. So we'll just hold off. We gotta wait for it to dry. I was gonna show. I got another.
Yeah, that's true. That
thermal too. Is this the swatch? Here it is. Check out this one. It's called Red Frost. I accidentally mislabeled it. It's Red Frost, so cold, it's red, but warm.
So Sunny M saying give Charlie 25.
It turns green. So that's a pretty cool one, but I hate the thought of most of my nail being green. So I'm going to use the red and white thermal today. So welcome, whoever's here with me watching. You chose not to say anything so far, and that's totally fine with me. I'll just keep talking throughout the way I normally would. I'm happy to have people who just like to sit back and watch too.
I don't think they supplement the record like that per se. And so
this is when I usually sip my coffee and hit my vape. Can't believe 5 days till Christmas. And my husband's birthday is Friday.
And so I just don't know. I just haven't seen that before. Bloomingdale saying, is every Adelson for themselves at this point? Yeah, I think it's going to wind up becoming
All right.
And
something on my nail there.
I think that's gonna help them realize, you know what, we're not gonna let her live her life. I mean, basically.
Okay, I got rid of it.
She's killed them all already.
This Manny here I did yesterday on my live. So you're watching the Daily Nail. This is my weekday Daily Nail show, which is typically held at 11 a.m. Eastern time, East Coast time. But sometimes things come up. So yesterday I didn't go live until 4 in the afternoon. And I did this manicure. These colors are from Hypnotic Nails. The pink is called Pink Christmas Dreams. The green is called Winter Green. And the chunky glitter is called Vintage Ornaments. Gorgeous, Manny. These colors are available at hypnoticnails.com. I have a code for there too. It's Tara10. Good morning.
Yeah, the stuff about the book. Yeah, Harvey was talking. Charlie was talking about that as well too. Remember? So I forgot to mention that. Charlie was really going on about the book.
Oh, I have some pink glitter up here. I didn't even notice it. See if I can file that off. I'm waiting for my peel base to dry.
That book was written in 2011, 2012. So it basically forecasts.
It's probably halfway dry now. I had to replace 2 tips as well. There, that's gone. I really like how this Manny came out though.
So yeah, that's really bizarre.
So yes, the thermal looks like this in the jar. It's called Snowflake Kisses D972 from Revel Nail. So this is a red to white thermal with some gold, tiny little gold flakes in it. And then I was thinking, depending on how it looks, right? I have, because of the gold flakes, I have these. They're almost more, no, they're gold. There's gingerbread men, there's deer, snowflakes, stars. So maybe we can incorporate that. There's some gold stars, white stars, ornaments. I don't think I'd be using an ornament on this Manny. Excuse me. What's on this one? That's a cute star, that white one. And there's 3 gold ones there. I like those too. That's kind of cute. So it's hard for me to just do a Manny and not do any nail art on it, you know. Oh, we're almost dry. Just give me another 2 minutes and we'll be good to go. I do have, now Revel Nail is one of the larger dip companies around. You know, they have actually a warehouse where a lot of small businesses, you know, are out of their homes or whatever. But they're affordable. They're always coming out with new stuff. Their powders are good quality. They're pretty. I'm a huge fan of Revel. I recently became an affiliate with them, so I have an affiliate code. It's good for 20% off. It's RN, like for Revel Nail, and then Tara, my name, Tara. So RN Tara 2022 0 20220. All right, I think it's time for me to take off my sweater. I'm already starting to get warm. Just don't want to mess up my peel base. Oh, quite gentle. There we go.
right, so
Okay.
let's see. Some other blurbs of what was commented.
Yep, we're good to go. We're dry.
Yeah, so here's the more of a quotation.
I am going to stir this powder because I think I'm just going to dip into the jar. So dip powders can, well, they tend to settle if they've been sitting. So you always want to stir them before using them just to make sure the powder's broken up and nice and loose and soft for you to dip into it. Hi, Mallory. Okay. Hi, Tara. Everybody's late today. This whole first 20 minutes, I was like just talking to myself. I'm doing a mani for one color Wednesday, so just a simple. I'm doing a thermal called Snowflake Kisses from Revel. I've definitely done like 3 Revel manis in like the last 5 or 6 days, but I have dips that Christmas dips that I want to use. You know what I mean?
Charlie also says driving.
So yeah, this is a thermal with
I would have to say something like if it smells like
little hair flakies, gold flakies in it.
And it makes her sound like she's part of it. And if she's a part of it, then I must be a part of it. So yeah, I mean that's how they put the case together. That this is a family hit job.
Okay.
It's finally sinking in.
Mallory, you all ready for Chris? Oh yeah, you said you can't talk, but I bet you're ready for Christmas, Mallory. It's gonna be fun with the boys this year.
It seems like that can make somebody.
Tara, do you stay home on Christmas Day?
Is she doing that? Going to the liquor store? Would she just go to 3 that are closer? See, that's the kind of circumstantial evidence that jurors look at and help get a conviction. Then he says, what are the statistical chances of her leaving her house and driving by that scene on the date and time and not to be involved? Donna then says it's absolutely crazy. But it's true, it's what happened. So there you got Donna even chiming in saying, yeah, it's like, what are the odds of that happening? It's just so obvious she's involved. And then Charlie on Wendy's crime scene inspection says, Mom,
this is really pretty.
Tell me the story. That's one part of the story I'd have to really have a hard time.
This might have came out last year. I don't know.
He says you went out of your way to go to a liquor store when you could have gone another way. That's just creepy. So here he is calling his sister's behavior creepy. Within right after the murder happened in an hour or so. And then what she wrote in the book, that's just a coincidence? ? And then Charlie says again,
how are you doing, Tara?
Herself. Yeah, in fact, that's what she said in the back of the book. In the acknowledgement, she said this.
All right, there was a hair on there. I knew it.
What did she say at trial? She said, no, it's a book about a friend of hers.
Nice, simple mani today. I have I don't know what I'm going to do for the rest of the week for manis.
I'm Senior Director of Solutions and Product Strategy here at Salesforce.
Like I want to do some nice Christmas ones, like all week. But I've done a bunch of the ones I've had inspo that I wanted to do already.
All of our partners in attendance who work so hard to make our customers successful.
I mean, I can always I guess repeat it. I didn't do a Christmas tree with dip powder this year. I usually do one of those.
100 years. And it's happening now. We've talked about it for a long time. It's happening now. In 2022, 30%.
So those are the kind of things that that are really telling. I think another thing that I would bring out as a prosecutor is that if you notice when you can't even say Dan.
Patty told me this morning she's going to be in Florida for a while. Like a while. And she went with her daughter with the intention of staying for a week. And her daughter went with her and Patty drove. So I'm like, well, because Becky, her daughter, can't say. She's got a job and she's got kids and a husband, you know what I mean? So I'm like, well, how's she getting home? She said she's taking her car. I was like, well, then what are you gonna drive? And she says, my car.
Sounds like she's foreshadowing.
So I guess her husband's gonna bring it back to her or something. But it's not like it's a short ride from Alabama to Florida.
What he's saying is the kind of stuff that Georgia would be arguing about the behavior of Wendy that could also be used against Donna's trials. It could be used in both trials as well as Charlie's.
But I haven't talked to her. We've just texted a little bit.
Someone's like, she had nothing to do with it. You know what I'd say? I'd say get the HELL out of here.
I thought she'd be here.
Basically, just really dropping these slams on Wendy's behavior, indicating guilt. And then here's another good one. The ex-wife goes out of her way to drive by.
So awesome having a full bottle of base coat again.
After she talks to her mother and brother. Wow.
Thanks to Janet.
And then he goes, you just painted the picture of the definition of a conspiracy. And then think about the fact that when the hitman called Katie to say, hey, we got the job done, she goes, I already know. Well, how would she
And
know?
then,
There's only one
I don't know if I
person.
told you guys yesterday, but one of the gifts I ordered, Patty, was from Amazon. So I just had it shipped to her house. And it's getting there today. And she's not even there, you know.
This information alone right there with the book and this kind of stuff.
That's why I shipped the package I was sending. I shipped it to her father. So at least then
Just a handful of those things right there are enough.
she'd have something, you know what I mean, to open.
And then if you go on all the others, there's well over 100 more than that.
Pretty dip.
And then Charlie also says,
With
TV talk,
the flakies are nice in it.
Ties it all in. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what Georgia has to argue. She could even say this is what, Charlie laid out how his own sister.
I wonder where everybody else is.
And what I've said is that Charlie's laying out improvements to Georgia's closing for Donna and Wendy. So a lot of this stuff is actually good stuff to use for both of them. And then keep in mind,
In we
Charlie
go.
said 1 in a million chance that Wendy shows up through the crime scene. The other place he said 1 in 10,000, like I said. But yeah, 1 in a million.
Hey, remember Janet sent those pictures to the chat the other day? Where was she?
The pressure's going to continue to mount.
I didn't see anything that's where she was. But she was out in like nature, you know. Guys know what I'm talking about?
Brian Yeager saying if they want to use Wendy's testimony against Donna, wouldn't they wait to arrest her until after? Otherwise, she wouldn't testify against her mom. Well, that order to testify can be even if you're like a defendant in a proceeding. If you have to testify in another proceeding.
I found this really pretty golden nude Manny.
Method they're going to use.
Although it might look better maybe with gold and white for Christmas or whatever.
RN is sitting here saying
But I might want to do it tomorrow, so I was going to send it to the chat and see if any of you guys wanted to do it with me, you know.
She's going to do it. Yeah, I think she's not going to try to do it legally. I think she's just maybe going to try to give up and just hope she dies in the cell without having to have a conviction.
I'm excited for Christmas.
On her record.
Oh, I told you guys, right? That so Nick's grandma gave me $60 cash plus a $25 gift card. So I used it to get a new tablet. It's coming today. It's an Android 13, so it's like the newest one. It's like a 10.1 inch tablet. I'm kind of excited. I've never had a tablet that big before. I only had a tablet once, and I only had it for like a month, and then if I left it in my bed, forgot, climbed onto my bed and cracked the screen, and then it just wouldn't work at all after that. It was, but I got it for free, like for reviewing it. So
That's what I'm saying. It's really he's going to start reverting to the revenge mode here, and I think it's already starting to happen. This is a sign. He's
all right, keep moving on.
He's going to keep getting mad and wait till the real horror show starts.
Oh, I see pink in this too.
Gloria Rosser says, "Do you think?"
I guess it's just.
When you'll visit her mom, John,
Whoops.
I think she
Thought I saw pink flakes, but I'm wrong. There's no pink flakes.
Keep the lid on what these guys are going to say. They're going to want to talk about the case, and her lawyer's going to tell her, "Don't go there." My guess. So don't see that happening. Do I think Donna will testify if she does go to trial? If she makes it to trial, then with a speedy trial, she probably will, because she thinks she's like a maestro, where she thinks everything she does is sounds compelling and truthful and legitimate, and
All
they just
right.
have no clue how ridiculous this whole defense theory was. So they have no discernment at all.
How are you doing your nails or something? You're not answering my
If this is a strong
questions.
case or not. And if you got lawyers, if the lawyers are not telling the straight up truth of how strong the case is, then then she's going to get a rude awakening. Hers just won't take a year and a half like Charlie's. Hers will just take 6 months or less.
Dominic wants, did I tell you guys he wants a telescope this year for Christmas? Like a nice one, you know what I mean? Not a cheapy one. That's going to be his big gift.
The Los Angeles Times predicts doomsday unless we pursue a world without fossil fuel. The Secretary General.
Okay, looking good.
Lila here saying, I saw Wendy's examination many times, that she does look at, mostly at the end, also when Wendy was answering.
Mallory, you paying attention to the Ruby Frankie case out of Utah? The Mormon family. She was like a momfluencer. She had a YouTube channel. It was called like 8 passengers or something. Or six passengers maybe. I don't know. It was like about her and her husband and their 5 kids and like how they parent and stuff. And she ended up getting involved with some crazy woman who made the husband move out. And anyway, before she's being charged, she just pled to like 4 counts of first-degree child abuse for putting her kids in handcuffs, making them do wall sits, making them go up and down stairs with boxes of books, making them day and night with no drinks, punishing them if they were caught taking a sip of water. Some really bad stuff. And she's facing anywhere from 4 to 60 years in jail because each count is 1 to 15 years. She's not going to get 60 years, but she might get 4 or 8 or 6, who knows. All right, there we go. Nobody else? Good morning, whoever's here. I just applied 2 layers of this thermal dip from Rebel Nail called Snowflake Kisses. It goes from red to white. It's more like a pale pink here because it's just not hot enough, you know. But I like the pink actually, that light pale pink, almost like a nude color, skin color. So I'm gonna put a layer of clear over them now, and then we'll activate.
That was interesting to hear that. They're already looking at like scavenging stuff.
Capsulating with Vivian from Rebel. That's their clear. Chastity was here yesterday. It was so nice to have her here with us again.
Yeah, so
I'm glad she was making cookies with Allison. That sounds like they were doing something fun together. So I hope she's been feeling better.
Reveals that she doesn't care in her character. She does not care much about her family's well-being at all. And I mean, she didn't care about the boy's father's well-being. So really, why would she care about anybody's well-being if it's not self-serving? So I think that's really the gist.
There we go.
So here, Barbara Taylor saying Charlie questioned his mother where the $500,000 came from. Donna had no response. So I didn't know what this is something I've not seen about, but somebody that got released sometime today, and I've not seen that yet. So that's
there we go.
I don't know which $500,000 that they're talking about. So You might want to add that here if you could add that for those of us that haven't seen that. So Real Juror is saying Donna treats Charlie like he can do no wrong, and I think Rashbaum did the same, and it makes sense to me why he was so surprised by the verdict. I mean, everybody's telling him he's did great, because he's talking to his mom after he testified. And that means that they actually did watch the trial. So I guess they would have watched the live stream from Tallahassee or some other shows. And I guess they could have looked at JTM as well. Who knows? But
that's still wet.
I think they would have looked at
Oh yeah.
Tallahassee Democrat or something like that.
This new thing on Chris Watts came out on YouTube. The name of the channel that's doing it. They cover true crime cases, like interviews, like from the beginning to the end, like from the time of the crime. Anyway, this is on Chris Watts, and it's going to be a multi-parter, but the first part came out last night. It's 2 hours. The channel's called Dreading Crime and Psychology. So if anybody's interested, that's where you can find it.
To try to help unwind all the brainwashing. Because think about it, he got brainwashed as well to an extreme degree, to the point they're willing to cut him out.
All right, let's brush these off again.
How sick and cruel is that?
How come nobody's saying anything? Am I missing comments or something? No, I got the chat on. There's no comments ever since Tara said morning. Okay, so we just encapsulated with one layer of clear dip. Now we're going to activate the nails. Oh, all right, now they all come through. They all came through. Oh, that's a good idea to do a gingerbread mani. I don't think I have the skill for that though, Tara. You shaky and off balance. I know what you mean about having no family to go to anymore. That's kind of how we feel. Hi, Brandis. Hi, Janet. Hey, Michelle. No, I had it on all messages. They just weren't coming through. And now all of a sudden they all came through. Yeah. And she has to test Brandis and Ruby Frankie. She's got to testify truthfully against Jody Hildebrand. So we'll see what happens with that.
Well, I think she's paying probably $1,000 an hour or something.
Michelle, we missed you yesterday. Where were you? Did you go to the mountain or anything fun?
For Wendy, it's like, how would she have that much pull with a tree like that? That's just really bizarre. And so I would have expected her to be dropped as a client, but for him to sit around the courtroom there waiting for her to testify, really, really strange.
There we go. Patty's not here though, huh?
How powerful is Cox Internet?
Janet, I went live at 4 yesterday. Well, it would have been 1 o'clock your time. No, 2 o'clock your time, because you're 2 hours, right? So weird, you're in Central Time.
But relive them too.
Oh, that's where you were when you sent those pictures, Janet? I was asking Tara where you were.
It's internet built for tomorrow, today.
No, don't make it, Brandis. I know what you mean. Like, all right, so here's the thing. Like, every year, Christmas is at Nick's uncle's house. And we used to get along great with him. Like, he's married to a guy, which is totally cool. But the guy used to be married to a woman. So he's got 2 daughters. One of them's gay, which is kind of funny. But the other one's married with like 4 sons. So we would always go over there, but Nick and his uncle had some political disagreements, and like his uncle said some things that like really upset Nick. And so Nick has not wanted to be around them. So I think we'll probably be staying home. But I'm totally fine with that because this is my family right here, you know. And Brandis, Tom and Kay are your family, you know. So I think it's kind of nice. You can still do a nice meal, you know what I mean, and then relax all day, play okay, set up his toys, you know what I mean? Do some nail stuff.
And if you think about it, he could have gone to like Vietnam. He could have changed his identity.
It's supposed to snow in Phoenix? No, wait, you live in Tucson, right?
And have a new name and set up a new practice there. And
Michelle Chastity was here yesterday. Janet, you too. She was here. She was making cookies with Allison.
Granted that under U.S. citizenship, so maybe they would have, let him be extradited at all. Especially if he's good guy paying taxes, high taxes for the government. Reason this gets that way.
I cut myself last week with my e-file right up here at the pinky. Yeah, I see that. Where am I?
So Tickle Pink Music is asking, is Rajma going
You see it?
the female attorney?
All right. Anyway, it's like right there, and it's still not gone. All right, I'm working backwards today, using my Ergo file first. If I do this first, then maybe I won't have to file around my cuticles with the wooden one.
Local attorneys there to be able to help basically help be doing hand holding until the trial starts for Donna.
Still no Patty. Tucson, yeah. All right. I knew that. I just said the wrong one at first. Janet, did you hear about that girl in Las Vegas who went missing?
That's a good point.
And the NBA player who got arrested? Him and his 19-year-old girlfriend? Charged with murder? They found her body in the desert.
I don't know, but kids can be cruel, so yeah, I'm sure it's really, really hard on them.
Okay, that looks good. Maybe I'll start with my cuticles from now on like this. Or maybe not. We'll see if I remember this tomorrow. Michelle, are you going to your parents for Christmas? Do they do Christmas?
A little bit different, but anyway, he's going to have a hard enough time whether he's flipping or not, and they know about it. He's going to have a real hard time just based on his status as a wealthy dentist.
So Nick's at work today, but then he's off for the rest of the week. Friday is his birthday. I might take Friday off because he's off Friday too, you know. Not like we'll probably be doing anything special, but just so I treat it like the special day that it is, you know.
No. Like about 5 or 6 times. So then you look at this for behavior.
He's turning 45.
Jeff LaCasse was framed. Who would be framed for 8 months? That's one thing that Charlie didn't bring up. That's one of the top ones as well. Right up there. Why would you frame Jeff LaCasse for 8 months roughly for either being the fall guy or for framing him to be framing him to be the fall guy, or else having him be the hitman, encouraging him to be the hitman by bringing up how much she wanted him out of her life. So that's how you know all these other indicators. And if you go
this is a pretty dip.
Our other YouTube videos, you'll see stuff where there's well over 100 indicators. I have a better list I'm working on now. I had a better list I put out there on Survivor that you can look at. that was done over the last.
Because it's acrylic off of my skin.
Okay, so Thunder.
Michelle, I don't know if you heard me say it, but Nick's mother and grandmother came over on Sunday, and they brought Christmas gifts with them. And Nick's grandma, she gave me money, so I ordered a tablet. So I'll have a second device. I'm using Dominic's computer now, but the thing is so messed up, and I don't want to be responsible when it stops working, because it's gonna. It's not even, we got it for him for Christmas last year. I'm so disappointed that he didn't take better care of it. Like when he gets mad, you know what I mean? Like he'll slam it down and stuff. Like maybe on the couch or on his lap, not like on the floor. But he's just too rough with it for something, that expensive.
But also Tallahassee as well.
All right, I'm just straightening out my sidewalls. I got a couple of little bumps here and there. That's better.
Really?
I'm just going to shape my fridge here. Guys, I hope this goes back. Let me show you my swatch of this dip. I swatched it, and look, I used dip liquids, but it never fully went back to the red color, see? It's still got like patchy white spots or lighter colored spots. Hope that doesn't happen to my nails.
Fast, flexible pathways to careers in tech. Learn the in-demand skills you need to get a job you love with the support of our professional coaches and your peers. Pay
Andy School is asking, you got to hear about whether Donna Du Bois missed school the day after Charlie's conviction. Can the state look into the currency surrounding case when he's instability? I just don't see him doing that, but I do think that, I think it was just that day of the conviction that he was, they were left
You guys all heard about the apartment, right? I told you guys all about it.
The day right after that, it seemed like
You go to your parents on Christmas Eve? That's nice. We used to always go to my grandparents on Christmas Eve, my Meme and Pepe, who were my father's parents. And everybody would come over, and there'd be antipasto and like an antipasti salad and just all kinds of Italian desserts and hors d'oeuvres, you know what I mean? And they would have tons of liquor, but everybody would come, the whole family, neighbors, and we would get gifts from them, our aunts and uncles and our grandparents and stuff. But after my grandmother died, that just stopped. So ever since then, I've never done anything on Christmas Eve. Except wrap. That's what Christmas Eve is now, a night for wrapping. But I have just about everything I bought wrapped except for 2 gifts.
Hypo-Tremic is asking, did you hear about the tape where Donna and Charlie...
What girl, Janet? You didn't hear about it? Oh, I saw it on Court TV.
I think his name is spelled differently.
No, I saw it on Grizzly True Crime. Grizzly like the bear.
But he did such a great job. The jurors only needed a couple hours to convict. He said basically they all the good ones somehow got good ones for defense got booted, or were a couple alternates. So yes, all that $1 million did not help him at all.
Okay.
Let me jump down here some new comments. So Phoebe Beach says, Charlie never says, why didn't I go right to the police when Katie extorted him? Yeah, because it's this whole pride. I think his main focus is on how Georgia was able to convince this the jurors that are at a third grade level, how he's guilty without any evidence.
So yeah, yesterday, you guys, Janet, Michelle, you weren't here, but it was so windy and it was rainy yesterday. So I got up at like 4, and at like, I don't know, like 5 o'clock maybe, the lights flickered a couple times and then everything went out. And I look outside, the whole neighborhood's pitch black, you know. It was still dark at that point too. So we go up, I lit candles, I woke up Dominic, got ready by candlelight, you know what I mean, and everything. And then because of the weather, I was like, I'll walk with you and I'll take the umbrella and hold it, and then I'll take it home, you know, because he doesn't need it once he gets on the bus. So we went and we're standing there. My umbrella's like blowing inside out. Like seriously, I was hanging on to it with 2 hands for dear life. I thought it was gonna blow away. I was gonna lose it. Anyway, so we're waiting for the bus, and like there's no kids out there or anything. And I had checked and like to check the outage map and everything to see if the school was in the power outage, and they weren't. They were showing that they had power. It's a pretty cat. I've never seen that cat before. So anyway, so where we going? We're waiting at the bus stop, and the bus isn't coming. And finally, a car's driving by, and it slows down and tells us that there's no school today. She had a kid in the back seat. So I'm like, all right. So then we get home, and while we were gone, the school sent out a message that there was no school because of electrical issues throughout the district or whatever. So Dominic was wicked excited. But our power, it came on back on at like, I don't know, 7 o'clock maybe. We didn't lose it for too long. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, Geo Kennard is saying the most glaring hole in the whole defense.
But we went and saw the apartment that we're moving into as well. We went on Saturday. I haven't even told Patty about it. The weather today, it's cold. Well, that's the thing. Even through all that rain and wind, it was 61 degrees yesterday. Today, it's like a high of 40. It's sunny. There's some clouds in the sky, but the wind definitely died down. It was crazy. Times outside, and you just hear them slamming, you know what I mean, against the house and going. And we have a table, a metal table with metal chairs out in the yard, and that blew over, and the chairs, and they're metal, you know. It was crazy. I did my niece Mackenzie's nails, and while she was here, her friend sent her a picture of her boyfriend's car that a tree fell on, and his windshield got smashed and the hood got smashed, and like the car's probably totaled, you know.
We're inside one of our edge villas. Not only is it the only 2-story accommodation in our entire fleet that offers floor-to-ceiling windows. Incredible view.
Oh, I can't skip this ad. Why can't I? There we go.
Yeah, I don't know if Maureen Walsh was asking. I hope Wendy's book.
Yeah, smooth that.
I don't know if that's happening. I don't know. I would hope so. Yeah, I skimmed the book, and it was not anything worth reading. I'll tell you that.
So the apartment, guys, that we're moving into, right? The pantry is so small. There's one sink, no double sink.
I'm going to take.
You guys will think it's a joke if I tell you how many drawers and cabinets are in there. You won't even believe me. There's 2 cabinets above the sink and 2 cabinets below the sink and 2 drawers next to the sink, and that's it. That's it. And 2 tiny little counters on either side of the sink, you know. And that's how you come into the house, through this narrow pantry. And then it opens up into like a full size kitchen, but there's no appliances in there right now because he got rid of them. He's putting new ones in. So it's hard to tell what it will look like, you know. Plus, it needs to be painted. The bedrooms are small, super small, super small. They're both like the identical in size with minuscule closets. But the living room is large, large. It's like larger than the whole half of the house with the bedrooms and the kitchen. And the bathroom's super tiny too. But it does have a tub. It's not just a stand-up shower, at least, you know. No, it's not a lot of cabinets, and I have a good cabinet. I have a lot of cabinets here and good counter space, you know. So I have like a bunch of appliances. He's gonna build a shelf, he said, over the stove, and he's gonna put a microwave there, even though we have our own. But he said he's gonna put one there, and then something about there will be some other shelves there too. And then we're gonna have to buy like some kind of standing storage, you know. And my table is probably gonna have to be my countertop, you know. I'm gonna have to use the table to prepare foods and stuff. So there's a bunch of downsides, but it's what we got to do for now. You know what I mean? So we'll make do, I think. You know, we'll figure it out. Dominic didn't care about the room size. He's just happy his room isn't like off of our room anymore, you know.
So with that, I'll go ahead and sign off.
Because you have to go through our room to get to his room.
And just keep looking at this evidence.
And his door is glass.
Give me different insights and stuff.
Like with like 12 glass panes, you know, and then like wood in between the panes or whatever. It's like one of those doors, which he hates. You know, he's at that age. He wants privacy.
All it does is help continue.
And I understand that. I don't blame him.
Of guilt, especially for Donna and Wendy. So I really think that you guys are really doing a great thing to help get the message out that justice is still not done. We're only 50% of the way there towards getting justice for the McHells
All right, that's better.
by these Adelson characters. So with that, thank you and have a good night.
Okay.
Sex talk, I won't go into the details of it. Again, 10:15 more sex talk. 10:23 or 14. Thank you again for everything you're doing for my mommy. She sends you that. What were you doing for her mother?
I don't know. I think I did a consult for her, but I didn't do anything for her mom.
2:24 of 15. You agree that she always knows how to make you smile, and you say, "I love you." Remember that?
Yeah, I cared a lot about Katie. I didn't think that she was a part of it, so I was
All right.
happy. I felt like she got caught up, dragged into something that she shouldn't have been dragged into.
Okay, maybe, but she dragged you into it as well.
Okay.
I didn't see it like that at all. And our relationship actually got stronger. You know, initially when I got extorted, I had limited contact with her, and I told her.
There we
And
go.
over time, I realized that
All right.
she's the one who's protecting me, and she's not involved in this people because the extortion never went up, and Katie was always broke.
She
So
was involved with them because she had a child with the guy, right?
didn't know for sure it was him, but
But you suspected always that it was him.
I always suspected that Sigfreda was behind this.
So wouldn't you want to distance yourself from this woman who, I mean, were you ever really that serious about her to begin with?
All right.
We spent
Just gonna buff.
together.
But you were never considering me. You were a playboy, right? You had a million girlfriends.
Any of you guys have this too?
Okay.
Snowflake kisses from Rebel.
I had two girlfriends in the 2 or 3 years after her. I dated every grandkid for 9 months.
Okay, but tell me when you were talking to her and engaging in sex with her, a lot more than what you picked, right?
There could have been one or two.
Or more.
No,
Okay. Point being, you are not going to marry Kathleen.
I wasn't at the bath last night.
And you have now broken up with her after this incident.
Yes.
All right.
She's the person that's taking the money from you physically.
Clean off the nails.
She's the one that's protecting me. If she
We'll see if we're gonna put any stickers on or not.
Yes.
Is she the one that was connected to the person you suspected to have killed your brother-in-law?
I thought she was tied to that person, yes.
And she's the one that got you into this, right? Because she ran her mouth.
And I looked at that I ran my mouth too. And if I never said anything to her, this would never have happened.
Okay.
I felt responsible for saying something to her in the first place.
But you didn't feel responsible enough to try to do anything about her sitting in jail.
Cute, minus the dry skin.
Did you?
Never contacted.
All right, let's see about these stickers.
I thought the truth was going to come out.
But not through you.
I was never contacted. I thought it was going to come out through her.
I'm thinking maybe the little stars or something.
Her lawyers and her lawyers.
Or a snowflake, I don't know. Maybe we'll do a couple snowflakes. Let's see. Tweezers.
You'd have to ask that.
You said you didn't have any contact with her. Did you have
I
any
had zero
contact?
contact with her.
So your lawyers didn't tell you anything on this.
Sometimes it's hard to lift these stickers without tearing them. You know what I'm saying? They'll rip a lot.
Lawyers talk about, but I can tell you that I never talked to Katie, and I never told my lawyers.
You never relayed a message to your lawyers with the Middleton family.
A little gold one I might put.
In this case.
Absolutely not.
And she had nothing to worry about as far as that end was concerned.
Has a smaller snowflake. I think it's smaller than the one I just put on.
Contact her brother to offer to assist with her attorney's fees.
I'm gonna put it on the same now.
Complete lie.
Whoop. Whoop.
1027 of
Try to catch it.
You can't wait to get lunch with her. She's the best.
Okay,
And you're
there we
lucky
go.
to have her as a friend for life. Did you say that?
Yes.
1027, you can't wait to get
Maybe a couple of these little polka dot things, the little circular ones.
12, 9 of 15. Again, you tell her she's the best.
Yeah, you said all those things.
Do you agree that this picture does not look like a relationship between an extortionist
Ooh.
and her victim?
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this. It might be too small.
She was the extortionist.
In 2014 and 2015, I didn't believe that.
I know you didn't believe it, but we're looking back now. Okay?
You know, it's like if you're going to quote me, date me, like what I knew in 2014 and what I knew in 2015.
Oh my god.
Now in 2023.
Okay, yes, I hear you. You
Ah,
did
it's
everything
stuck on my
right
thumb.
when you were nice to her.
Yeah, I thought she was protecting me.
Got it. And none
I don't know.
of
I'm think I'm just gonna leave the snowflakes because
she ran her mouth. She brought the Latin keys on you. She was taking the money.
yeah, I think I'll just leave that.
None of that counterbalanced it. You were still gonna be friends with her and keep her happy.
You're wrong.
Should I put one on the pinky too?
2014 and 2015.
The love text, which is what I'm referring to all these texts, where
I might just leave it.
this person after you break up with them, so they were-
Oh yeah, we got these little things
And
too.
that's a major problem for your defense, isn't it?
No, our relationship got stronger. I agree. Our relationship got stronger, but it was much different.
Isn't that why she has to be an innocent conduit between you? and
Alright,
that
that's
guy?
cute.
This
A little
makes
star.
sense. She would be the extortionist.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm wondering if the activator is gonna take the gold off. It probably will.
You're finding it out.
So I'll do this nail. I'm gonna top it with gel, but all the other nails I'm gonna do a dip top coat. So let's activate them.
Most people don't send kissy faces to people that are extorting money out of them. I mean, she was taking your money.
Again, Ms. Kaplan, she was not extorting me at the time.
That's not how it's done, is it?
I'm telling you how it was done.
So then over these next 2 years, you would meet her monthly and hand over a bundle of checks and $3,000 in cash, right?
No, you're wrong.
Okay, tell me,
I would hand over $2,000 in cash and a bundle of checks.
$2,000 in cash and a bundle of checks.
And you survive, and you make it, Tara, right? Without the cabinet space.
Terrible at math, but that's roughly how much money? 'Cause I
Sounds that it's smaller.
$2,000
The bedrooms are smaller. The pantry, we don't have a pantry. We have a kitchen but it's not big enough to put a table in, you know what I mean? Because it's like got the stove and the fridge on one side and then counters on two other sides, the door at the fourth wall. You know what I mean?
It was a lot of money.
Yeah.
I worked hard.
There's also, but the living room, so the living room is bigger, the kitchen is bigger because the pantry area is separate. I'm putting gel on
The extortion.
the nails. I wasn't even gonna. All right, I'm just gonna do gel on all of them, you guys.
That's what led me to think that she was
I started on my pinky instead of my ring finger.
the payments.
She's sharing $3,000 a month with a bunch of other people, right? At least one other person.
I didn't think she was sharing it. Why is she coming to me
But
with $300?
it's still in a good neighborhood. They have a good sized yard.
She wasn't getting any.
Half of $3,000 doesn't do much when you look
They're
at it.
nice people, and it's in our budget. You know what I mean? And like nothing is in our budget. So to find this, we really lucked out. He could have got more than what he's asking.
That's not how I
That's not a
saw
lot
it.
of money.
That's not how I saw it.
Tell me about Dan Martell a little bit. What you sort of said, what I heard, correct me if I'm wrong, was he was, a nice enough guy, typical Wendy boyfriend, but not really your kind of guy.
Yeah, I think it's an accurate description.
Do you agree that he was this brilliant legal
I just want to
mind?
cap my edges here. I forgot to do that.
Little and nerdy, nice guy. Just kind of like the average guy that my sister dated.
Not the kind of guy you want to have a beer with them.
We never had a beer
Okay.
together. I mean, not that I wouldn't have had a beer if we wanted to have one. We just didn't have that much in common, but he was always nice to me.
Do you appreciate the fact that his death was a terrible loss to his sons?
It was horrible.
Do you think they were better off without him?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Was the celebration dinner after his murder?
That's a
All right, in they go.
On The Wire, would you agree that the Martell boys were in the background pretty much of every call you had with your mom, and you hear them a lot, right?
my sister was working, so my parents took my sister out.
Yeah, it was summertime, so they were out of school, I would assume.
I don't know.
Nick ordered me a wicked cute dress. Remember, I got one from Temu I was going to wear for Christmas? Well, I found a cuter one. And because it was so cheap, I got him to buy it for me. It's red. It's an A-line dress. It's made out of like velvet,
That was the same day.
or it feels velvety.
Call that down.
It's got a hood with white fur trim. It's got bell sleeves with white trim at the sleeves. The hood has string ties that hang down with white pom-poms. And then the dress has two pockets in the front with white fur trim on the outside of the pocket. And then the bottom of the dress has white fur trim too. So it's like it looks like Mrs. Claus or something. Or Robin Hood. I mean, not Robin Hood. Little Red Riding. What the heck's her name? Red Riding Hood? Yeah, Red Riding Hood. Kind of like that. Like with the hood, it reminds me of a cape, but it's not. It's a dress. I'm going to flip my hand and just cure for 30 seconds more. Clawfoot tubs are gorgeous, though. That's an antique.
These are all things, these little routine things that Dan Martell will never be able to do.
Absolutely.
So the kitchen's bigger. The living room's huge. It's like a double parlor. And it's got a decent sized closet in there. And there's also a not screened in, but paned in. It's got window panes in the porch, a porch off of the living room. There's a stained glass window in the living room. That's nice.
No, I don't.
It's got baseboard gas heating.
My life is probably more concerned about me than the parts of my sister's life. She may be more concerned about her.
Your mom has a
All
tendency
right.
to worry herself sick if something going on.
See how it almost looks nude,
She's a concern.
right? I like how it does that. And I think if it got hot enough, it would turn white. Or maybe it's the gold flakes that make it look kind of nude, but I really like it. You know, I'm going right for this Grimes Ridge Pine Forest Cuticle Oil again. Obsessed with this stuff.
But also she would meticulously go through
I really love their apple bourbon one, but I couldn't find it. So I don't know if they don't have it anymore. And I know Kendra loves black cherry merlot, but I didn't order that. I ordered the pine forest, and I ordered cranberry woods.
Then it's just $10 per gig for data. You'll get high-speed hotspot tethering.
Yeah, I'm freaked out about the closets with no space.
Switch to Google Fi Wireless today.
I have to get, and I was telling the girls yesterday, I'm gonna have to get rid of so much stuff. I have 2 crock pots. I have to get rid of one. I probably have like 4 or 5 different sets of plates, you know, multiple sets of glasses. I'm gonna have to get rid of so much stuff, and like a ton of my clothes. See, I like fluctuate in weight, so it's like, do I get rid of the stuff that doesn't fit me anymore and just keep my stretch pants and get rid of all my jeans? If I lose weight, like when eggnog's not available again, then I might need those clothes, you know? I think I'm just gonna get rid of them. And I mean, my leggings will still fit me no matter what weight, you know, I am. If I go up or down, they still fit. This smells incredible. I don't know if you guys like pine on your hands, but pine forest, it smells delicious. All right. That better go back to pink. Let's stay in white. Look. See that? The ring finger.
Did she hate Dan Markel?
I think she liked him in the beginning, for sure. And I think when he was being
Come on, go back.
my sister, I think that I don't think anyone particularly liked
I
him.
hope it goes back, you guys.
Around the time that he was killed, did your mother hate Dan Markel?
No, I think that
I might have to complain to Revel. This has happened to me with one other thermal of theirs. I cannot remember the name of it,
nobody had a problem.
but it happened. There was only one other thermal.
Meetings and subsequent litigation, right?
Maybe it'll change once I go outside.
And when your mom's worried about Wendy, does she come to you for solutions?
What do we want to use? Do you think pink would be too much? Like,
No, I don't think it's
too
really
off?
hard
I
to
use the pink for
describe it.
today's Manny
Do you
too.
make Wendy's problems your problems?
No,
I think I can get away with pink.
Get Wendy to
right?
plug on the house on Halloween 2013. Did she convince you to sort of take up that cause?
no, that was actually me. I thought I shared my thoughts on homeownership for my sister. That was all me.
Grab a ring.
If she had bought that house, that would have been the second worst decision of Wendy's life.
I thought it was a stupid decision to buy that house.
And what was the first
You have a garage though.
decision?
At least you have a garage.
I thought we should-
We're not gonna have access to a garage, even though he's got a 3-car garage. He uses all 3 bays. So we do have storage in the basement, but he's building a wall because he left unlimited store. Like he had unlimited storage for the last guy who lived there, and he left all his shit. I told you the guy went and got a U-Haul. He hadn't paid rent in a year. He went and got a U-Haul, didn't move anything out, and then left the next day in the U-Haul and left everything there, all his furniture, food in the fridge. He said it was nasty because he said he hadn't had electricity in a while. That's just gross.
Mom shared your thoughts.
So,
Donna Ailson, shared your thoughts.
guys, that's not changing back.
I probably heard about the job from my mom, but I definitely heard about it from my sister.
Weird. All right. This is my finished Manny today.
Have any experience in, right? It's a whole nother field of law.
Then that was my point. It was like, well, why not take it at the
So, Brandish, you have access to a garage. That's where all your stuff is. Because we have a garage too right now, and it's full of stuff.
No, but not at all.
Were you a
But a lot of it's stuff we don't want. You know, like an old couch. My mother's bed when she moved to South Carolina, like she thought she was doing us a favor giving us her old bed. So it's just in there.
So I would.
I don't know, stuff like that.
Agree. So I kind of had an inside. I got inside information.
in what capacity?
But we've never hung a TV on the wall before, so this will be a first for us putting TVs on the walls in the bedrooms.
Workings of anything.
All right, guys. I'm gonna end the video. Go see if I can get this nail to change back. It's kind of freaking me out. I don't really want to post with it looking like not like the rest of the nails. You know, look at that.
All right,
It's
so
splotched.
Wendy, was she tight-lipped?
So hopefully, I'll go outside. If it doesn't work, then I'll get some ice cubes or some cold water running under it or whatever. Over it, not under it. Anyway, all right, guys. Thank you for being here. As always, I appreciate every one of you. You guys are my besties. And I'm just glad you guys are, you know, always, you're around every day and stuff. Don't put like disappearing acts like Kendra and then come around like once a month like we just talked yesterday. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just don't do to me what she did and we'll all be good. I'm just playing, you guys. But I hope you all have a good afternoon. I still feel like there's a little lump there. Looks kind of square shaped, my middle cuticle on my middle nail, rather than rounded, but whatever. It is what it is, you know. Sometimes the cuticles come out shaped a little different. All right. Wish me luck that this changes back. Have a good day, guys. I'll be around. I'm still catching up in the like and save groups because I fell behind not being on yesterday and not posting. Yep. I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you all. Bye.